Hey guys, this is a quick tutorial video on how to set up Mixlr for home broadcasting with TFM this year. Unfortunately, we're not able to have you broadcasting from our lovely studio on campus, but don't worry, broadcasting from home on the radio is really easy. You just need to use a thing called Mixlr, and I'm going to show you how to set it up now. So first things first, you're going to be going to a website called vb-audio.com/cable. If you just look up VB cable, then it should be the first result that you find. If not, then you can find this link in the tutorial PDFs that are uploaded on our Discord. So if you go to this website, you're going to click the download for Windows button, and it's going to download this little folder here. Drag this out onto your desktop, and it's a zip file, so you're going to need to unzip it. Just right click it, click extract all, and then click extract, and you'll see it'll extract it to your desktop. It'll create this folder here, which is usable. You're going to open that up. It might already be open by default. Scroll down to where you see VB cable setup-64. You're just going to click on this. You're going to right click it. You're going to run as administrator. This just allows it to make changes to your computer because it's going to be changing your audio output. So you're just going to click run as administrator. Click yes if it asks you, do you want this to make changes to your device? Just click yes. And then you'll get a pop-up like this, and you just click install driver. And you'll see installation successful. It doesn't take long. Click OK. And now you'll be able to check that that's installed. If you just go to the bottom right of your screen down here, click this, and you can select cable. VB virtual cable is going to be the output you're going to be using for broadcasting. So you want to switch it to that. Next up, you can close this. You're going to be downloading the software we use to broadcast, which is called Mixlr. So if you just go to mixlr.com, and then you're going to go to the download page here to download it for your computer. You've got to click login first. You can make an account in Mixlr, and it's free. And then you're just going to click login, and then download for Windows. And you'll get the Mixlr installer.exe down here. So just double click that and it should run it. It might say, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Just click yes. And you'll see Mixlr is being set up. Shouldn't take long. Click next, click I agree. This is a pretty standard place for it to install. If you want to install it anywhere else, just change that location here, but you can probably just leave it as this. And click next. Click install, and it should just install there pretty quickly. So leave this ticked and then click finish, and it should run Mixlr now on your computer. Might just take a second to load. Here we go. So we have Mixlr. Now it says here I'm logged in as TFM, so it might come up with a little window saying choose to log in, and if it does that, then all you have to do is click here and put in the username Trinity_FM and the password, which we will be sending out to you. It's on the Discord though if you need it, but message any of our committee if you ever forget the password or you can't find it anywhere, and we can send it on to you. It's going to change every month though, so make sure you keep up to date with it if you're having a show this cycle. Click login, and here we go. This is the Mixlr broadcast window that you're going to be using a lot of. So first off, make sure these are all on 0, and this is not got a timer going, and this start button has not been pressed, so it means that we're not on air, we're just on the Mixlr app. So first things first, you have cable installed, but you're going to want to select here under the output. So this middle window is your audio, like your computer output, so your Spotify or YouTube, whatever you're using to play your music. So you're going to click cable output, select the output, and it's already done it here. Just select cable audio output, select channels 1 and 2, and this is now your output for sound. Next thing you're going to want to set up is your microphone. So you're just going to select whichever microphone you're using. So mine is this one. Just click channel 1, and now this is your microphone window. So you can see if I turn this up, when I'm speaking, you can see this bar is moving up and down, so it's registered my microphone. So make sure when you're going off air and you just want to play a song to just turn this down to 0. For the music, when you're playing music, you want to turn this up and then you can see if I play a song, you'll be able to see that I can't hear that song, but Mixlr can hear it. So if you're ever worried that you've not set up cable right and maybe it's not playing correctly, then if you're playing a song and the audio is coming through here, you can see these bars going up and down, that it probably means that it's working fine. But you can see that I can't hear this, so I'm going to want to turn on a thing called monitoring. So up in the top left, you just click monitoring, and you're going to set up your speakers. So whichever speakers you have, speakers or headphones, it might say Realtek audio, that's quite common, then select this one, not cable or any of these, or your display, just select speakers, channels 1 and 2, and you can see that that has made me able to hear the sound coming through here. So when I click this, I can hear the song coming through. Alright, so that means that your song is being broadcast when this is up. And to hear it, just make sure you keep this on during your broadcast so you know what is going out to the air. I wouldn't recommend turning on monitoring for this because it's quite disconcerting to hear yourself echoing back. So if I turn this on, you can hear me echoing back to myself, and that's going to be quite awkward when you're streaming on your show, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. Next thing's going to be starting a broadcast. So when you're ready and when it's your time slot, make sure you wait until exactly on the hour because someone's going to be doing a show before you. Just click this button here to start, and it's going to come up that you can name your broadcast. So you want to enter the broadcast title, and the way we do it on here to keep a good record of it is we put in the name of the broadcast, we put in the date, so the 2nd of the 11th 20, and then we put in the name of the show. So this will just put in test. So just put in the day, the date, and then the name of your show. Click submit. And then when you're finished up with your show, when it comes to the hour at the end of your slot, you're going to want to click stop, yes, and then your broadcast has been saved locally. Would you like to view it now? Yes. So if you want to be able to see this show at some other point, then you're going to want to click publish, and that's going to make it make a record of it on the TFM account, and you'll be able to re-download it from anywhere using the TFM account. It should be saved on our Mixcloud. If you forget to click publish and you just click save locally and it's done, then that's fine. But you're going to be able to see it at a later date if you use the same computer and you do another show, and then at the end of it view the locally saved files. You'll be able to see all of these, so you can see these are other shows that I've recorded in the past. But for now, we're just going to leave that. Next thing's going to be if you're doing a show with friends, with other co-hosts, it can be a lot of fun to broadcast with somebody else. You're going to be using either Zoom or Discord, which we recommend. But if you're using Zoom, just open up Zoom, and this is the call screen for Zoom. You're going to want to, down the bottom left, you're going to click this arrow, and you're going to click cable input, audio virtual cable for your sound, okay? So when you want your friends to be heard on air, you're going to select that as your output, cable, and then you will be hearing your friends through this audio, okay? So unfortunately, there's no easy way to make all of the microphones, your microphone and then your friend's microphone, come through this one channel. So it'd be dead easy if we could just do this for all of our microphones. But unfortunately, your friends on Zoom or on Discord are going to be coming through the same channel as your music. So make sure you turn off your music or lower it whenever you're going to be having friends talking over it. So when you want them to be talking, just set theirs to cable, and then make sure this is still up, okay? So if you turn this off, then no one's going to be able to hear them. But if you turn this up, then they're going to be able to hear them. But if you've got music on, they'll be able to hear that as well. So make sure you turn off the music. And then you're going to want to click and make sure you have monitoring on so that you can hear your friends talking through the Zoom call. Because when you switch it to cable, you won't be able to hear them anymore through your speakers. You'll only be able to hear them if you turn on monitoring on Mixlr. So for Discord, it's pretty much the same thing. When you open Discord, you'll get a screen like this. If you go to the bottom left and click settings, and then click voice and video, and just put your output device to cable, and then it's going to come through here again. So it's kind of a bit finicky when you're streaming with other people. Unfortunately, there's no real easier way to do this. But every time that you want to go off air, then you're going to have to click back to here and select this back to speakers. Otherwise, your friends are going to still be broadcast over the music. when you leave this channel on, even if you turn this off, okay? So just make sure if you're broadcasting with other people that you've got to remember to turn this off and on again, back from cable to speakers every time you want to go off air, and when you go on air, just turn them back on and push this slider back up to the top. So, other than that, I don't think there's much else to tell you about. If you have any problems, we have a frequently asked questions folder that might be covering any sort of broadcast issues that might come up. And if you go to our Instagram, you can see in our bio there's a link to a link tree, which will take you to all of the things that you might need to know about, to our different pages, to our Mixlr page, and to everything that might be able to help you out if you're having any issues. I think that might be it. So I've been Andrew, your senior sound engineer for the year at TFM. If you have any problems at all, feel free to message me on Facebook. Feel free to hop onto our shiny new Discord that we have. It's a great place to hang out and put stuff into the tech difficulties channel if you're having any problems. And then you should be good to go and ready to set up broadcasting. Just do try and make sure you stick to your time slot, because as you can imagine, there's multiple different people streaming during the broadcast cycle, and usually we'd be in the one room, so it'd be pretty obvious when your slot is finished. But with Mixlr, just make sure that you stick to your starting on the hour and finishing when the hour is done, and try not to run over time. I think that's it. So that's all from me, and thanks a million for listening. And again, let us know if you have any questions or if you have any recommendations for more tips that we should be putting out there for you guys. Okay. Have fun broadcasting.